think that the statement that Putin and Xi Jinping issued is important, and in retrospect, several years hence might look like a real milestone. For all the reasons that Sam just mentioned in a very good summary, this came very close to being the announcement of a quasi-alliance between China and Russia. China has a longstanding non-alliance policy, so they don't want to use the word ally. Russia doesn't want to be a poor younger brother in an alliance, so they avoid that too. But they're really standing shoulder to shoulder to counter the United States in a move which, if it came from the other side, China would certainly characterize as coming from a Cold War mentality. But they are now closer together than ever, probably than for the past 70 years. And this will have implications in Europe as well as in Asia.
What then will that quasi-alliance look like in practical terms, Robert? I mean, as you say, the relationship there is not one in which they're going to just jump into bed together and declare themselves allies. So what do you think the practical outcomes of that will be? And do you think that the fact that they are now at this position is a consequence of the kind of pressure they've both been under, or is there something else behind it?
Well, as you suggest, their alignment is not complete. Russia still sells arms to Vietnam and to India. It has not yet supported all of China's moves in the South China Sea. China has never approved of China's invasion and occupation of Crimea, which violates a number of diplomatic principles that China holds very dear. But China has really pledged that it is going to be with Russia on the Ukraine question and on the non-expansion of NATO. In terms of how this plays out, I think the important question is Xi Jinping going to be dragged into the Ukraine situation by the brinksmanship and bellicosity of Putin? That's probably not in Xi's interest. Or can China moderate some of Putin's behavior and perhaps get him in a more Chinese manner to not cease his provocations altogether, but not to cross in and to invade Ukraine? So which of these two men who have very common interests, but very different diplomatic styles and some different goals, which of them is going to dominate in terms of the way Ukraine plays out? That's the big question in the short term.